All right, welcome to Strength and Cardio Mix. My name is Jena with the JCC, and we are using dumbbells today. So make sure you grab a set of weights. If you have a couple sets, you can keep them nearby. If you don't have any dumbbells, you can certainly go grab, some heavy soup cans, a whopping 2-3 pounds, or something of that sort. But we are going to start with some standing hip circles. Just start to move those hips around a little bit here. Get those tissues warmed up. And circle the other direction. And elbow, fingertips or thumbs by the armpits, and you're just going to do some nice trunk circles, or trunk twists, side to side. Standing up nice and tall through that spine. And hands just kind of in the front of your body. Squat down till those elbows come towards the inside or the tops of the knees. Play around with your leg positioning and see what feels best on your hips right now. Just getting those tissues warmed up. Exhale on the way up. Inhale down. On this next one, we're going to go down, and you're going to try to keep those elbows resting on your knees. Arms will go straight. One arm's going to come up, and then the other arm comes up. Good. Alternate here. One more time. And stand it back up. Good. Couple high knees in place here. Pulling those feet up off the ground, getting those arms pumping at the side. Good. And we're going to do some arm circles. Welcome, welcome. Me too. And chest openers. Just horizontal with the ground. Pinning those shoulder blades together in the back. Contract the chest muscles as always. Coming forward to make sure you're activating those muscles. Good. And let's take it to some runners. Marching if you need to. So cardio strength mix. Sometimes I'll just alternate one and the other. Sometimes I'll do all cardio, then strength, vice versa. Never letting our bodies get too used to anything, right? A lot of the moves are similar, just because we use weights or our body weight, but mixing it up. Good. All right, so now we're all going to open up, go down and reach the floor, step in. Open up, reach the floor, bring it in. If you feel comfortable, you can jump back in if you would like, or again, here, reach. Here, step it in. Nice. Squatting down, reaching to that floor. 2 more. Last one. Good. Open those legs straight, arms to a T. Give me a little windmill. As you bring your opposite hand to your opposite knee or opposite lower leg, you're shifting your hips to the back of the room. Feel a nice stretch. Good. Staying here, long stance, arms are out, shifting our weight side to side, opening up through the inner thighs. Side and press, and press. One more each side. Bring it on in. You can choose to keep your legs wide to do your butt kicks, or you can pick it up and do some quick ones with your legs in narrow. Again, you can be here if you want to for these. A little bit more agility. Intensity goes up here. Grab a sip of water if you need to. We're going to start with our first two exercises. I'm going to turn sideways, just much better for showing you technique and form. So, you have your dumbbells or your water bottles. You'll come to the ground. Okay, option one, your knees are bent, bringing your heels toward your buns as far as you can. Hips are straight, not bent. You come down into your push-up, and at the top, you do a row. Sorry, if your knees are bent, they're gonna have to be wide apart for this one, otherwise you're gonna wiggle all over. So it'll look like this. Option two, you're on your toes. You're going down, drop to your knees, press up, do your row here, or your row here. We're going for 40 seconds, and then we'll recover as we're standing up, and then we'll start with the leg one. We're gonna alternate a couple exercises, or a couple 4 exercises. Whoops. So I'm gonna start us in 3, 2, and 1. So again, it's the push-up, and then the row on each arm, and then back into your push-up. I'm staying on my knees. You can go to your toes at any time you want to. Try to get those hips straight. Try not to let your butt stick up in the air, okay? Pulling yourself down, pushing yourself up, rowing each side. 10 seconds left. Pull and pull. Good. That's it right there. Standing it up. Option is to bring your weights with you or keep your weights on the ground. We are doing alternating step back lunges into squats, and we'll start in 4, 3, 2, and begin. So it's a step back lunge, and then you're going to do a squat. Okay, step back each leg, and then a squat. Again, keep alternating those puppies. Pull yourself down, push up, keep your chest lifted. Back, and squat. Good. 10 seconds left here. Squat. That's it. Recover. 10 seconds of recovery. And we're going into jogging quickly or sprinting in place. And begin. Jog or sprint it. Whichever one you want. You can slow it down. Bring it to a jog. Or turn the volume up. Anytime, it's your workout. You can march if you need to march. Good work. Woo. These lights are so bright I can never see my watch. 10 seconds. Woo. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Take a little recovery. We are going back to renegade rows, alternating with push-ups. I'm changing my position of my body. All right, welcome. You just need a set of weights and your body. So, again, push up, pulling down, come up, row, row, and begin. So it's down, press. You can be on your knees or your toes or any variation in between. You're trying not to shrug those shoulders. Bring those heels close towards your buns. Keep those knees wide if you're on your knees. It'll be better to stabilize for your rows. Yep. Take them out wide. 10 seconds left. Down. I'm hoping you're getting at least 10, maybe squeaking out 15. That's it right there. Carefully stand it up. Bringing your dumbbells along for the ride if you want them. We're doing alternating step back lunges with the squats in 4, 3, doing okay? 2, and 1. And go ahead and start. So stepping it back, and then a squat. Back, back. Pull something from the floor. Back. You do them as fast or as slow as you want. Key is to keep that body in control. Woo. Recover. Set those weights at the side. When our timer goes off in 15 seconds, we're doing a jog or a sprint in place. In 5, 4, you guys can run a lane if you want. All right? And go. Jog it or sprint it. Remember, you can be marching if you need to bring it to that march too. Woo! 10 seconds. That's it. Recover. We're going into 2 new exercises. Triceps. So you're going to be laying on the ground. Careful, careful. Open, chest fly, and then a tricep. You open, close, and triceps. So starting in 4, 3, 2, and begin. Good. Yep. Opening with a little curve. And then right by the side of your head, extend. It's as if I'm laying on my back right now. Demonstrating here and up. Open, close, tricep down, and up. You got it. Fly. Bend and extend. Open, close. 10 seconds left. and extend. 5 seconds. Stand it on up, take your time. So up, down on this one. So we are going to do a stiff-legged deadlift at the top, upright row. So it's down and pull and begin. Hinging only at the hip, come up. If that impinges your shoulder too much to pull in front of your chest, you can try to pull it at the side of your body or just stick to your deadlifts without the alternating upright row. Deadlifts, we only go below our knees. If you drop lower than that, I guarantee your lower back's rounding over. So just below your knees. That's it. Boom. Drive those hips forward. Hips back. Hips forward. Last one here. That is it. Good. So now we go to jumping jacks. Option 1. So our arms are going to move horizontal today. Option 1, toe taps. Option 2, full jacks. And begin. 40 seconds. So go in and out of it as you desire. You might go back to this. Pull those arms open. This is your chest fly position that you're doing, laying on the ground when we go back to chest fly. Good. Whew. Keeping those arms horizontal. Looks great. 10 seconds. And time. Recover the best you can while you're making your way to the ground. Chest fly to triceps. Open. Triceps do not look like this. The dumbbell does not come over your head. The dumbbells come to the side of your ears. Ready? Begin. It's really not a question. It's a mark set go. Fly and try. Open carefully. The good thing is laying on the ground, I don't have to worry about anyone hyperextending their shoulder and going lower than their body. You're stopping where you should, just even with that rib cage. Breathe through it. Control. Good, you're on your last 10 seconds. Keeping those wrists straight as well. Little things to look at every once in a while. And that's it right there. Take your time getting up. We're gonna get ready for those stiff-legged deadlifts into the upright row. Giving you an extra 10 seconds of recovery. So you can catch your breath a little. And begin. Deadlift to upright row. Straight back. Stick your chest out. You don't have to look straight ahead and strain your neck. You can look straight down to the ground. Keeping those weights close to your legs, whether they're in front of your thighs or at the side of your thighs. 10. My brain must be wired for 30 seconds because I keep looking right at 30, which is good. Normally I go over, don't I? Down, pull. That's it right there. Recovery before we get ready for our jumping jacks. This be our second round. We got to do 3 total, 3 times the charm today. Okay, here we go. Horizontal arms, half jack or full jack. mean, if you want to get crazy, you can try to travel that jack forward and back. Up to you. Don't forget, you can mix it back and forth from your half to your full. And catch your breath. Whew. Going back to the floor again. Chest fly. Triceps. Open and close. What's that? You are? So maybe. Yep. Yep. No, soft bend in your elbows. So it's like you're pulling something open and then hugging around. And then let me look at your triceps. Yeah. But chest flies in general, everyone, are kind of straining on that shoulder. So maybe don't go quite as wide. Or you can turn it into a press. You can always turn it into a press and then a tricep versus a fly. Go ahead and start. Yeah. So you're going to do a press instead? Yeah. And then always remember to pull the weight apart. Don't just let that weight fall to the ground. Create resistance as you're coming down and up so you really support the shoulder joint a little bit more. Open, close. Again, 10 seconds remaining. Stick with tricep if it's getting to be too much on the shoulder joint. Good, that's it right there. Getting ready for that last set. Straight leg deadlifts, 2-leggers. Technically, we should be using a ton more weight to fatigue out those legs and the back muscles. And go ahead and start. Down, up, upright row. So if you have extra weights at home, and this is pretty easy for you, right? And again, if this upright row is bothering you, it does tend to internally rotate and clamp down on the shoulder joint, so just stick with your deadlifts. Your deadlifts will be just fine. Shoulders back, chest out. I don't want to let the weight pull my arm and my whole body forward. I want to control it with my back muscles. All right. Set those guys down. Take a little breather. And we do our final of those jumping jacks. And begin. Again, if this is too much impact on the shoulders, you can keep them in close, or you can go ahead and change them to pressing out. You can do the good old over the head if you want. Just changing the positions of those arms challenges that core and that stability a lot more, whether you're doing half jacks or the full jacks. That's it. Sip of water. Whew. All right. So we are going to start with one dumbbell, 2 if you have really light ones. You're going to hold them together. You're going to sit back and do a sumo squat and then bring them all the way up. Back and up. So here, back and up. If it's a heavier dumbbell, You use one. Go ahead and start. And show those different angles. Super wide. Here's my one dumbbell. Sit really wide and low. Drive those hips back. Looking good. Nice, strong, straight cores. 5 seconds. Good. We're going right into a seated punch out. So you're going to sit down on the ground. I'm going to use one weight because I have 10s, I think. You're going to come up. If you have really light weights, you'll go down, punch, punch. We did them a few weeks ago. Punch, punch. And begin. Up, so down. You got a heavy one, you just push it out and up. Otherwise, you punch, punch at the top. And a diagonal punch, punch. Good. Or no weight. I do have to start. We have to angle this camera a little bit. We tried to put it so that we're looking right at the camera, but then I can't see my people, my beautiful people that are with me. 5 seconds left. Good. Take a little breather. Catch your breath. We're going to stand on up. I'll give you some time while I'm demonstrating. You're going to work on those power jacks again. Touching the floor in between. If that's absolutely a no-no for you, then you're going to go ahead and step to the side and just give it a good big squat, okay? Here we go, 40 seconds. Kind of looking out and in front of my feet so I don't strain my neck. Remember, your option is stepping and squatting. You guys are doing great. Whew. Hang in there. 5. That's it. Oh, that one requires a nice big recovery. Catch your breath. Walk around. So we go into that sumo squat. Groin is definitely going to be warmed up after doing power jacks. So you come back and down. Make sure you don't lean forward too much or round over. The hips coming down and up are more important than the chest. Begin. 40 seconds. 1. You pull and pull. You can have one dumbbell or one in each hand. With all those shoulders we did, this be plenty for me. Good, press through those feet on the way up. Squeeze your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Take your time. Carefully bring it to the floor. Get ready for your sit-up with the punch, punch. If it's getting to be too much on the shoulders, do it without weight. Begin. on, I don't waste any time, do I? Down. Exhale up. Maybe you can't get all the way down to your lower back. Then just go partial. Right? Partial. Add that twist. Reach over that opposite knee. Reach it over. Reach it over. 10 seconds again. Try your hardest not to flatten that back all the way out. See if you can keep in that little C at the bottom. Keep your abs engaged. That's it. Take your time. Make our way up. Power jacks. Welcome back. Woo! Oh yeah. It's like, who keeps turning this light switch on and off for everyone, right? All right. And again, side step squats or power jacks begin. Touching the floor if you want, or step her on out. Go back and forth, whatever feels good for you today. Well, you know you only have 40 seconds. That's easier than last week. I made us do a minute of everything. Whew. That's it. Big recovery. Catch that breath. One more round. Water is needed. All right. So, again, going back and then power it up. Begin. When I come up, you want to contract the glutes and the abs together so you're not hyperextending. Okay. 10 seconds. That is it. Final, sit up, reach out. Do not flatten out at the bottom, which looks like this. Do not come all the way down. Keep your C. So you have to work to come up. Okay? You have to keep a C. And here we go. So it's down, punch, punch. Or one dumbbell, push it out. Down, push it out. The weight helps you go down, and technically it kind of helps you go up. Down, because you start to push before you curl. We come down, we push, push. Down, push, push. Again, 10 seconds left. Good work. Come across that body. Boom, boom. That'd be it right there. Woo! We'll skip that third set of the, well, that might have been 3 sets. I don't know. Take a breather, take a breather. 10:37. I think we can get 1, maybe 2 more rounds of this next little grouping. So it's going to be a hammer curl. Okay. So arms are at your side, palms are facing each other, and then you just do little chicken wings. And then come down. Here, little chicken wing. So it's not an actual lateral raise away from your body. All right, so it'll be a little easier on the shoulders right now. So, and let's go ahead and begin. Oops. Sorry, start. Hammer curl, chicken wings, down. Hammer curl, chicken wings, down. Up, out, control down. Up, out, and down. Again, if it's bothering the shoulders, because we've done a lot of shoulders today, just do the hammer curl if you need to. Up, out, control. Good. Oh, look, see, I'm spot on. There's no clock in here, so that's why I'm always looking at my watch. Same with my studio at home, no clock. Up, out, down. That's it. Take a break. So now we go into single leg deadlifts. So you're adding that balance factor. You all did stiff leg, double leg deadlift. Now you do the same exact thing. It's just one leg. Just one leg. So for those of you who haven't had me cue you before, I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see. When you hinge at that hip, this guy wants to go out because those guys are contracting naturally and we're real tight. So try to bring that hip bone towards the ground here. Careful on how much you force it because it is stretching your sacroiliac joint, but you're trying to get to the point where you can kind of keep those hip bones here versus rotating your pelvis. And begin. Stay on one leg for 20 seconds. Down and up. So if your foot and your knee are turning out, you definitely know already that that hip bone is, that socket's turning out. You're rotating in this socket. Look at that knee move all over. It's trying to stabilize. Don't worry about how low you go. Switch legs. Spread your toes in your shoes so you're not gripping the floor. Lead with that chest. Push that heel towards the ceiling. Last one here. Good, you should have really felt it in the hamstring of the leg on the ground. Take a breather. Oh, now we go to burpees. Burpees or step backs. My burpees are actually hip thrusters. So option one, get those hips down, step it, stand it. If you're at home and you have a couch, cheat and use a couch. You guys can go to the bleachers if you want. Option two, down, out, in, up. Okay? We don't have to go down to a push-up. If you want to jump at the top, you can too. I'm good with that. 40 seconds. Begin. Whatever option you can. Pulling those feet wide and to the sides of your wrists. Whether you're stepping back, stepping forward, you're working on getting those legs nice and wide, like a froggy. Hands always come on the inside of the knees and the feet. We don't want to be all crunched in here because you're going to pull your back muscles. Oh, guess what? 5 seconds. By the time I said it, we wasted 5. That's it. Recover. Woo! I think we can get one more round. One more. We didn't start at 12 o'clock on the nose. Woo! Hammer curl and our little chicken wingers. Begin. Out and down. Up, out, and down. Looks good. You're right, 10 seconds. saw me peek. I need a buzzer, electrical. I am so old school. I still just have a Target little watch. That's it. I won't buy an Apple Watch because I'm afraid I'm just going to shatter the thing. Whew. Take a break. Single leg deadlift coming. This is our final of this one. Challenge yourself to keep those legs stiff as a board. And start on your unstable side, your weaker side. Begin. If you're right-handed, it's your right leg. If you're left-handed, it's your left leg. Believe me, I promise. Your more dominant side is your less stable side because it doesn't stabilize as much. Drive that heel up towards the ceiling. Switch to the other leg. Remember, you're only going down till those dumbbells are level with your knee or slightly below. You're not trying to touch the ground by all means. Wish you can do the splits and keep your back straight. And time. One final burpee. We got it, we got it. Come on. Remember your options, stepping back. Here we go. Down, step it or hop it. Come back in. If you're really overzealous, woo! Give me a hop at the top. You can step it, step it. Ten. Done. Oh, way to go. Heck yeah, give yourself a round of applause. Catch your breath. Now again, if you're just at home watching with your popcorn and your root beer, of course you don't need recovery. You could have just done that back to back, no rest. Let's stay standing. And a couple little really wide knee hugs. Standing and then gently pulling up. And we're going to switch. You can grab onto something for balance. You're going to grab your lower leg, pull your heel to your seat. Something by you for balance if you need it. Soft bend in the base leg. If this knee is in front, get it underneath. Squeeze your butt, get your quad nice and stretched out. Switch. Something to help those tissues start to loosen up besides just stretching is grab your rolling pin at home and start moving that rolling pin around on those muscle fibers. And guess what? Where it originates and inserts, all of a sudden your hips and your knees start to loosen up a little bit, right? Because those big quads are tight, especially those of you that are stuck here and can't even get your knee underneath your hip there. Let's bring it down to the ground. We're going to lay on our side. We're going to do a wonderful little stretch here. Arms are out in front of your shoulders. Head is going to relax onto the ground. And you're going to skim those fingertips along the floor all the way behind you, letting that shoulder blade go towards the ground. And then skim those fingertips along the floor, coming forward again. Good, yep, keep going, all the way around. All the way, keep going, let the fingertips try to come to the ground. So you wanna open up your shoulder, let your left shoulder blade, your top shoulder, there you go. Now skim, nope, don't come around here. You just stay above your head like a rainbow, go behind your shoulder, and then come back. So that way, stop, and then back. Slow it down so you can try to get those fingertips to touch the floor. Don't force, but know that your shoulder and your thoracic spine are pretty locked up if your fingers don't even touch the floor, right? All right, let's go ahead and flip on over to the other side and see how that feels. This also is great to stretch that neck because you're just letting the head fall down to the floor. And again, skim the shoulder, the fingertips. Open up, and then just come back the same way you got back there. Good. Keep your hips keep your knees facing the opposite wall you're rotating. Yep, you're good. Tuck your knees in a little there. Good. Slow and controlled. And that's it right there. Good. Let's go ahead and carefully come onto your hands and your knees. Yeah, I didn't have to get on the ground too much today, did I? And just do a little cat-cow. Just release, don't force anything. Round it over. Arch the back gently. Round it over. Stay rounded over. And now sit those hips back towards your heels, staying rounded over. Tuck your chin to your chest. Press your palms into the floor like you're stretching your mat out. Good. Go ahead and come back to tabletop. Walk your hands out in front a little bit. Tuck your toes and push your hips up high and just sink into those heels. Sink into the hips. Let your chest travel toward your toes. And start to carefully walk your feet and your hands towards each other. Let that body hang in a forward fold like a rag doll. And gently roll it up. All right, everyone. Good work. I kept you after class, not because you were bad students, because you were good students and you worked hard. All right.